Hello and welcome. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight for the next edition of the Last Cloudia TV special. I am, as you may know, Kit, Last Cloudia's localization lead and PR guy, and I am joined here on screen by none other than...
Hey, hello guys, I'm Knacky, a producer of Last Cloudia. Nice to see you all. And?
Good to see you. Yes, off screen we have one more member.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going everyone? Pardon you, I'll be off the screen today as usual, but yeah, I'll be joined today for this pretty big live stream.
Hello. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you everyone for joining us.
You.
We have a very special edition today. I see you all saying hello in chat. It's great to have you with us. For today's live stream, we're going to be sharing information about a collab that kicks off very soon on November 7th Pacific time. Last Cloudia is going to be hosting a collaboration with none other than the popular animated series Overlord.
Yeah.
Hurrah!
Oh yeah.
Be sure to stick around until the very end. In addition to collab information, we're also going to have a lot of information toward the end of the program about improvements that we'll be making in Last Cloudia.
相当開始前からコメント盛り上がってるもんね。
Yeah. Since before we began the stream, a lot of people have been in the chat, very excited to be with us today, imagining what is going to be in a part of this collab. It's very exciting. You actually did a version of this stream for the Japanese players last night, right?
日本語版の放送の前にもめっちゃ海外のユーザーさん書き込んでたんで。
Yeah, there were tons of players from around the world taking part in the Japanese live stream, and we're very happy to have all of you here again for our stream today.
Yeah. やっぱアンケートとかでもさ、めっちゃ何回かやったことあるけど、ずっとこうオーバーロードさやりたいって来てたんですよ。
Oh, okay.
でついに実現したっていう。
Yeah, for a long time, a lot of people, whenever we've had any sort of survey, have said that they wanted an Overlord collab, and we're very happy to be able to finally bring that to you at last here today. This is the first time that Last Cloudia has actually collabed with the franchise, and it's very evident that you're all as excited as I am. But before anything else, I want to share about Overlord for those of you who are not familiar with this property. Here in our next edition of our dramatic reading series,
Oh, there we go.
I begin. The year is 2138. A popular online game that awoke a virtual reality gaming boom, Yggdrasil, is quietly nearing its end of service. One player, Momonga, who had great achievements with his friends in his guild, quietly waited for the end. However, after the time for the game to end had passed, he was not logged out. Suddenly, NPCs began to have wills of their own. An entirely unseen otherworld has unfolded outside of his guild. In the real world, he's just a lonely young man who loves games. But in the game, he gains a skeletal form and becomes the world's strongest magic caster. The ruler of death, who holds the world in his hands, has arrived. Okay, people in the chat are going wild. I don't know, what do you say, Barlene? People are looking pretty excited, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, as we just said, ever since like what the launch of Last Cloudia from like 5 years ago,
Yeah.
it's always been a very much requested title for collab. Yeah, and it's finally here.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Without any further ado, let's go ahead and share the collab unit and arc trailer. Who here is as pumped up as I am? You're excited, right?
Yeah.
All right.
もっと貯めてもいいんじゃない？
All right, well, let's go ahead. Let's go.
Yeah.
我が名を知るがよ。我こそがアインズール・ゴウン。ナザリック地下大墳墓の絶対の統治者。その名にかけ敗北などはありえない。リアリティスラッシュコールグレーターサンダーサウザンドボーンランス絶望を知れ行くぞ超異魔法フォールンダウン我が思考なる力に喝采せよ
この世界グランゼリアっていうのか。どんな場所なんだろう。
王札だ アインズールゴーンに敗北はない。ラストクラウディアコラボ開催。
And there you have it, yes. Our first unit is Ainz Ooal Gown, followed by the arc Overlord. So let's go ahead and take a look at what sort of character Ainz is for those of you who have not yet seen the anime, read any of the light novels, or whatever else.
Can we just talk about background first?
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, we got a pretty cool background, right?
This is an amazing background. I feel
Yeah.
it's so atmospheric. Yeah, absolutely. I love the red. I love the gothic feeling. You know, it's almost like Halloween is still continuing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It just ended right.
So, our first unit is Ainz Ooal Gown, followed by the arc Overlord. Upon the shutdown of the DMMO RPG Yggdrasil, the guildmaster of Ainz Ooal Gown and ruler of the Great Tomb of Nazarick finds himself transported to an otherworld in the form of his skeleton avatar. Changing his name from the previous player name of Momonga to Ainz Ooal Gown, he begins to explore this otherworld with his subordinates. Soon he'll be appearing in Last Cloudia. So here is what his skill kit looks like. Let's go ahead and take a look at that slide in a little bit more detail. Ainz Ooal Gown is a multi-type attack mage who battles with powerful collab magic and multi-attribute skills. I saw in the comments just a moment ago, Henry Wynn saying multi-attribute, and yes, Henry, you are correct.
Oh, yeah, if you know the anime, you'll think that, right? Definitely.
The first trait, Lord of the Great Tomb of Nazarick, is a trait where at battle start, magic attack damage and cap rise based on the number of other surviving allies, and damage taken from enemies is cut as well. At maximum 9, that's right, 9 allies, the effect is greatest. Naturally, Last Cloudia parties normally just contain 1 unit and 3 allies, but with this trait, each grotesque type unit counts as 3 units. So if you have all grotesque allies, you can have up to 9 units, possibly even including the unit, even more. But which types count as grotesque? Undead, creature, beast, insect, stone, spirit, and dragon. As in the Great Tomb of Nazarick, putting together a party of many grotesque types makes it possible to protect Ainz. Trait number 2 is the Ruler of Death. This is a solid offensive and defensive trait that boosts the power of all attacks while cutting light and no attribute damage. As the name Ruler of Death might suggest, insta-kill effects are also neutralized. Now let's take a look at the skills and specials. Let's go ahead and see the next slide. These are faithful reproductions of skills from the original anime. In particular, the specials extra large magic circles and other details have been lovingly designed. You can see on screen we have Skill 1, Reality Slash, Skill 2, Call Greater Thunder, Skill 3, Thousand Bone Lance, and the special, Fallen Down. Now let's go ahead and look at the learnable skills. Yes, we have a bunch of these as well that are appearing for the first time. Skills in yellow, as it says on screen, appear for the first time. These include the Ultimate High Charisma, The Goal of All Life is Death, great name, Maximize Magic, Preparations, and Boosted Magic. The offense-focused skills, like Boosted Magic, power up the Overlord Collab exclusive tier category magic. Maximize Magic strengthens the unit when it hits an enemy weak point for a multi-attribute unit like Ainz. The unit has a high charisma which enhances no attribute attack magic, and the grotesque types which appeared in a trait just a moment ago. One really remarkable thing about the Goal of All Life is Death is that it gives an exclusive buff 12 seconds after the magic activates, which powerfully enhances both the unit's special and tier magic. We'll actually see that a little bit later on in an exclusive sneak peek of the skill as it appears in-game. Note that we also have a couple of other skills, learnable skills, that are new, including True Dark and Hellfire. Hellfire is, as the name suggests, a fire magic attack. True Dark, though, on the other hand, is, despite the name, a no-attribute attack magic. Both are exclusive to Ainz. Now let's take a look at the 6-star enhanced skills. There are a whole bunch of these. I'm not going to read through one by one in part because the names are all really a mouthful.
Pretty long, right?
Yeah, all quite long. But transcend abilities are able to make attack magic do criticals and enhance tier magic even further. So this skill kit for Ainz has naturally been designed with synergy for all these skills in mind. What are people saying in the chat? Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see, we have a lot of people saying, do you think he can replace Lennius and Lilaha?
I mean, in some sense they are similar, but I mean, there's a lot of things only Ainz can do, right? Including the no attribute spell, of course.
Yeah, he certainly is quite powerful. You know, whether he will be the perfect fit to replace those other characters might depend on your exact way of using them. So please, by all means, if you are lucky enough to pull him, go ahead and test him out. See, I'm sure there will be a lot of uses for him. Ainz is about to reign supreme on P versus P, says Blackstar. Let's see, what else do we have? Maybe not replaceable, but interchangeable.
Oh yeah, of course.
Black Rose says Overlord hype. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, if I get Ainz, he will replace Goddess Lilaha because I don't have her. Oh, there we go.
Well, that's too bad. Ideally, you own both of them at the same time, right? I mean, sometimes.
Zoe says, I'm actually reinstalling right now. Well, thank you. It's great to have you back. Mars Wonderboy as well gives us a hi, Kit and Knacky. Well, hello.
Oh, hi there.
Thanks for returning. You are a long-term user. It's always great to hear from you. All right, so let's go ahead and now take a look at the arc. Love this background. The arc is titled Overlord. We've actually gotten a comment from the illustrator of this arc, which I'd like to go ahead and share with you now. This arc features the supreme being, Ainz Ooal Gown, and those who surround his throne. I gave my all to ensure that the charm of Lord Ainz and everyone else would live up to the Overlord title. It's really some awesome artwork. So much love has gone into crafting each individual character. Certainly, you know, there's been no question that you know, each individual character has a lot of detail in it. Barlene, what do you think about that artwork?
Yeah, it's very cool, right? Like, you know, you have all the big names, sort of like the councils you have.
Yeah.
Surrounding him.
Yeah, I saw all of their names actually appearing in people's comments
Oh,
before
yeah,
the start of the stream,
Oh, yeah,
saying, I
definitely.
wonder if this character is going to be part of the collab. So you at least know that they're going to be a part of that artwork. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the abilities of the artwork before going any further. Let's go ahead. In exchange for boosting MP costs, this arc heavily enhances magic attack damage and the damage cap. You can see the traits as well, this says attack magic MP costs 20%, but damage plus 30%, damage cap plus 5,000, nullify insta-kill effects from enemies, excludes some insta-kill effects.
That's a real one.
Yeah, definitely. No worries about, fewer worries about insta-kill. Undead type only, all attribute damage taken minus 15%. We have a bunch of new learnable skills as well, including Guardian of Nazarick, Ruler of Nazarick, Overlord, Int Plus, and Shadow Enhance. Note that some of these are collab-only abilities. Let's go ahead and take a look at the arc's 100% Ether Unlock reward. This is a 6-star accessory whose traits have fairly high INT compared to other accessories. Under the right conditions, the magic and trait damage can be boosted for a hefty 20%, which makes for a great pairing with magic attackers. In just a few moments, I want to touch on the units and arcs that will appear later on in the event's second half, but before I do that, there's actually one more arc and one more unit that are going to make their debut on November 7th. Does anyone else in the chat know who these are? Let us know if you do. Now, Barlene, do you know?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I do. Okay. I'm not going to spoil it right now. And you shouldn't spoil it if you watched the live stream yesterday. Super fun.
What about you, Knacky? Do you have any idea?
You know, I have no idea.
No idea? All right. Uh-oh. All right, well, let's go ahead, though. Yeah, there are a lot of different guesses. I see people in the chat saying Alfredo. I'm not sure that that's a character from the original. Shalltear, interesting theory. Let's go ahead though and actually see though. There are a lot of different guesses. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the ability video and see all the details. Roll that footage.
必ずアインズ様のお役に立ってみせますわ。おんどりゃ、ここは私に覚悟なさい。これが私の。はあ！アインズ様。ナザリック地下大墳墓の守護者統括アルベドですわ。私が忠誠を誓うのはアインズ様ただ一人。必ず世界を運命のもとに。アインズ様がご不在の間、私がナザリック地下大墳墓を管理しています。あの方の妻として。ラストクラウディアコラボ開催。
And there we have it. Yes, on November 7th, the next unit that will appear is Albedo. The arc is Pleiades. Yeah, people are very excited. People are going wild in the chat. Can't have an Overlord collab without Albedo, says Zichel. Yes, fantastic unit. I agree. They are absolutely cooking. I am with you there. She's a character who will need no introduction for many of us. However, if you're not familiar with Albedo, we're going to take a look just so as to not leave anybody out. One of the NPCs who served the 41 Supreme Beings, Albedo is the overseer of the Guardians of the Great Tomb of Nazarick and ranks above all of the other NPCs. She possesses such impeccably good looks that her beauty could be said to be unmatched. However, she also has a rather unfortunate side to her, perhaps because Ainz tampered with her settings. Oh, love that artwork. Isn't that some great pixel artwork, Barlene?
Looks amazing. Yeah.
Gotta say. Now let's go ahead and take a look at her abilities. Albedo is a tank with remarkably high physical durability who is able to protect and power up specific allies. On the next slide, we'll go ahead and take a look at her individual traits. The first of these is Hermes Trismegistus. This trait raises skill and special power when the unit's equipping just one axe. When equipping armor, it reduces physical attack damage taken and stops flinching from physical attacks. The most remarkable thing about this skill is that it deals a temporary buff to the unit with the effect of surviving physical attacks taken once with 1 HP for the duration of that attack. So to put that in slightly simpler terms, when the unit gets attacked, if she has this buff active, then she will be able to survive for as long as that attack is happening with 1 HP. This powerful effect can be reapplied at regular intervals, which translates to a powerful ability to survive on the front lines. The effect prevents enemy attacks from causing fainting, which means that it is great for a tank build. We have our other trait there on screen, trait number 2, Top Tier Love. This trait gives the other member of the party whose INT is highest a powerful love buff, which enhances that unit's durability. Allies with this love buff take less damage and get an HP boost that is equal to a percentage of Albedo's max HP. It makes for a great combination with magic attackers whose endurance is on the low side. Next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Albedo's skills and special. You can see there we have skill number 1, You Insignificant Worm, another great name. Skill 2, Leave It to Me. Skill 3, See Where It Gets You. And the special, We Offer Complete Loyalty. Skill 3 can give all enemies a debuff that makes them target her. It really goes the distance for allowing Albedo to work as a tank. In her special, Albedo's love for Ainz causes her to heal and boost her max HP cap. Next on deck, it's Albedo's learnable skills. You can see that we have a whole set of these that are appearing in yellow, appearing for the first time. There is a wealth of defensive abilities, together with powerful close-to-death skills that make for a good combination with defense and the trait physical endurance buff. The unit goes beyond just protecting others. When the HP is low enough, it's also useful for offense. See here, yeah, Chocula Ultras is very meaty, and I have to agree with you there. Let's go ahead and look at the 6-star Enhance. Here again, since these names are a mouthful, I'm gonna go ahead and skip them. They're all quite long. But these transcend skills boost endurance and have effects that enhance the utility of debuff skill 3's fixed target effect. Yeah, she sounds pretty good, says the Dill Pickle Man, and I gotta agree with you there. Also with the player 4, she seems amazing, honestly. Yeah, I don't know, people are seeming quite excited. I don't know, Barlene, what are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, definitely like if you are looking for a tank, someone who can tank damage and protect your allies, definitely one of the very good choice we have right here.
Yeah, Marvin Perez says she's really amazing. That skill kit is crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the arc. We're gonna get it on screen in just a moment. There it is, the LR arc Pleiades. This new arc is Pleiades. Here too, no effort has been spared on this artwork. So let's go take a look at a message from the illustrator. It says, "This features the 6 gorgeous battlemaids who serve Ainz, suiting up and ready to march into battle. I work to show the charm of these ravishing and intimidating non-human beauties." I have to say, that really is, here too as well, quite impressive artwork, quite eye-popping. Barlene, I think that you're quite familiar with the original series and have a special spot in your heart for these characters, don't you?
Definitely. I mean, if you watch the anime, like all of the mates, they all have very unique characteristics. They're very adorable.
Each one of them is quite an individual. And let's take a look at the abilities, each and every one of the individual abilities of this arc. This arc has a 2-pronged defense effect. One part of it gives a Grand Fort buff to continuously raise DEF, and the other cuts damage taken by non-undead types. You can see the trait, which says, when only weapon equipped is 1 axe, physical attack damage plus 25%, damage cap plus 2,500, continuous Grand Fort effect. Physical attack damage to undead types minus 50%, and damage taken from non-undead types minus 20%. Let's go ahead and look at the abilities in a little bit more detail. We have Mimicry Made, Modded Madeware, Fast Shadow Wall 2, and Two-Handed Axe Boost 2. Note that Mimicry Made and Modded Madeware are Collab exclusive abilities. On screen, just about now, we're going to have the 100% Arc Ether reward. This arc features a 6-star cloth or clothing whose trait enhances endurance by boosting HP while also raising up thunder damage. It is particularly great equipment for thunder attackers. Following this, I want to share with you about the second half unit and arc. Bear in mind though that we aren't going to be introing their abilities just yet. Does anyone else in the chat know who these are? Sound off in the comments if you know. Barlene, what's your theory?
Oh, but I mean, we got the big 2, right?
Yeah, we got the big 2.
And I mean, there's someone you can expect if you watch the anime, especially the body parts.
Okay, so we have the big 2.
Yeah.
Who is number 3 in the big 3?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to see. I think there are a lot of ideas. I see people asking for different characters, but let's go ahead and roll the trailer now to see what unit and arc we have in store. Okay, that was a very short, very sweet trailer, but the unit that is going to be debuting on November 14th is, that's right, Shalltear Bloodfallen. There we go. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Love that drop. Absolutely. Let's go, says everyone in the chat. Robert the Rabbit, Wilbert, Prismatic Zen. Thank you all for being here, for being so excited about this.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, well, let's go ahead. Let's go then. Here is the rundown on what sort of character Shalltear Bloodfallen is. One of the NPCs who serve the 41 Supreme Beings. She's the guardian of the first, second, and third floors of the Great Tomb of Nazarick. Despite her girlish appearance, as a vampire, she boasts the most strength of the floor guardians in one-on-one combat. She has particular tastes and is deeply in love with Ainz. Yeah, that's really some impressive pixel artwork, isn't it, Knacky-san?
そうだね。で、あと今回まあシャルティアってさドレススタイルとあとこう戦乙女スタイルなんだけど、まあどっちも見せたかった。なんで今回はイラストはドレスの。
Yeah, so you can see that in the illustration we have the dress style of Shalltear, but in the pixel art we have put both the dress style of animation and the full armor style as well.
勝利モーションはドレススタイルに戻るんだけど、ドットの方も。
Yeah, for her victory motion, she goes and reverts to the dress style, which you can see there on screen right now. But we get a 2-in-1. We get a little bit of a twofer there with the pixel animation. Love it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the arc. This is an LR arc called the Bloody Valkyrie. The arc's illustrator also gave us some of her thoughts on the piece, which I will go ahead and share with you here now. The arc displays the mano-a-mano fighting scene, featuring Ainz and Shalltear at the climax of Season 1. In this arc, we see the moment just before the two transcendent beings, ingenuity and predator-human power clash. I took care to reproduce that riveting battle scene. Very cool how it's been reproduced here. Knacky and Barlene, what are your thoughts on this?
このシーンは多分ね、結構印象的な人多いんじゃないかなと思いますね。
Yeah, I think so too. It's like one of the most memorable scenes from the first season of the anime, right?
そうね。
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very cool how that's been reproduced here. The details on Shalltear Bloodfallen and the Bloody Valkyrie will be shared on social media later on, so please keep your eyes peeled. Let's go ahead and take a look next at the timetable on which the units and arcs will be appearing. Yes, we have all of the details of the Gacha schedule on screen right now. For week 1 of the collaboration, following November 7th maintenance, Ainz Ooal Gown and Overlord appear as part 1, along with Albedo and Pleiades, LR, as part 2. For week 1 of the collaboration, following November 14th maintenance, Shalltear Bloodfallen and the Bloody Valkyrie appear as part 3. Each part contains both pickup and step-up gacha. In the step-up gacha, the end of the third lap is guaranteed to feature the rate-up unit. Excuse me, I said that for week 1, this is actually week 2 of the collaboration, in which Shalltear is going to be appearing. Please make note that the medals and credentials are not shared between the gacha parts this time around. For everybody who's watching, I'd like to share as well a sneak preview of the Ainz Ooal Gown and Albedo units. Note that these are still in development and there may be changes between now and the time that the unit is actually released. But there we go. Knacky, would you do the honors and go ahead and share with everyone so that they can see what Ainz is going to actually look like in the game in Last Cloudia.
Okay. 結構ね、やっぱりアートはすごく褒められてるけど、まあ動きもね、実際素晴らしいので、見ていきましょう。
People are very excited about the artwork, but the motions are definitely not a second to that. Every bit is magnificent, so let's go ahead and take a look at that.
Okay. まあ、さすがアインズ様だって感じの攻撃力を持ってますね。
Yeah, definitely. The attack power that this unit has is certainly worthy of the name Ainz.
じゃあまず移動はこんな感じですと。
Okay, now you can see Ainz's motion. Hear about his basic movement.
で攻撃やっていくんですけども、アインズは特技とかはすべてその場からの攻撃になります。
Okay, and all of Ainz's attacks are attacks made from his current standing spot.
まず通常攻撃。
First, this is regular attack.
で次、特技1に行きます。
Okay, now skill number 1.
リアリティスラッシュ。特技2。
And
コール
skill
グレ
2.
ーターサンダー
Quite powerful.
コールグレーターサンダー
アインズって敵の弱点つくとどんどん自分の攻撃力が上がっていって、特技とか使うだけで
コールグレーターサンダー
攻撃力がどんどん上がっていく。
Okay, and simply using the skills will raise Ainz's attack power because as he hits the enemy's attribute weak points, his attack gets stronger and stronger.
じゃあ特技3。
And skill number 3.
サウザンドボーンラッ
あとは、ハイカリスマ。
Now we're going to go ahead and see that high charisma.
任せる
はい。で、超必殺技を発動しますけども、魔法陣のエフェクトとか、あと書き下ろしのイラストがあるので、そこ要チェックですね。
Okay, we're going to go ahead and fire off that special. Do be sure to check out the magic circle effect as well as the original illustration of Ainz, which you'll see here on screen.
よ。はい。
All right, here we go.
絶望を知れ行くぞ
All right, there we go. Oh yeah, tons of magic circles, and there he is.
ボールンダウン
Ainz with a flashing eye. That is quite powerful. That is incredible. Did anyone else see those damage caps, or was it just me?
いや。で、ここまでがまあ特技上質の。じゃあ今度は魔法を見ていきましょう。
Okay, so we've seen Ainz's skills and his special. Let's go ahead and take a look at the magic.
いや、専用魔法だからね。
Yeah, we've got collab exclusive magic this time around.
はい、いきます。Hellfire。
Okay, Hellfire,
Hell.
which as we mentioned earlier is a fire magic attack.
よ。はい。
王札だ
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
弾が飛んできたんじゃない？はい。
王
One
札
more
だ
time. Wow.
で、これでさっきも言ったけど重複不可魔法ではない魔法ですね。
Okay, and note that this is actually stackable.
はい。じゃあ次、トゥルーダーク。
Next we have True Dark, which is, despite the name, bear in mind, a no attribute attack.
OK。広範囲の攻撃いきます。
王札だ
It's a wide area attack.
広いね、これ結構ね。
Yeah, it's really quite wide,
王札だ
racking up some very big numbers.
OK。で、最後、これか。The goal of all life with this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this one is actually named the same in the Japanese version.
いや、そうです。で、これ、発動すると、まあ12秒後に自分にオーバーロードバフってつくんだけど、12秒後にこう専用のエフェクトが入るんですよ。
Okay, so after this, after Ainz casts this, 12 seconds later, he will get an effect on himself. You'll be able to see that on the screen in just a moment.
なので、ちょっとアインズ様を見ていてもらえると、
So go ahead and look at Ainz. It's going to pop up in about 12 seconds.
いいんですね。
So there we go. Yeah, people were saying, am I seeing those damage numbers? Oh, there it goes. Yeah, people were saying, am I seeing those damage numbers correctly? But yes, you are.
で、これアニメの時にまあこういう演出あったんだけど、それをまあ再現して取り入れています。
Yeah, and this is actually a special effect in animation that is taken from the anime.
いや、これが入ると一番下にオーバーロードバフがアインズについていて、まあ、次の魔法とか調質のダメージがアップします。
And you can see there, on the description of the buffs that Ainz has, there is an Overlord buff which will make the next effect, the next skill that he casts, I believe skill or magic, more powerful.
じゃあせっかくなのでトゥルーダーク打ってますけど、これ非常に強力になってます。
Okay, so this is going to be even more powerful when we go ahead and cast True Dark.
よ。
Powerful than it was
王
before.
札だ
Oh wow, wow. Significantly more powerful.
まあ1回なんだけど非常に強力にできると。
Alright, note that this only is castable in this state once, but it is extremely powerful. There we go, quest clear. Yeah, thank you for the demonstration, Knacky-san.
これがまあアインズですと。
Yeah, and that's Ainz.
Yeah, I think it's pretty rare we have a spell that after you cast it, nothing happens for like 12 seconds.
Yeah. So yeah, do bear in mind that nothing will happen immediately. It's only 12 seconds later, but nothing is wrong. That's working as intended.
Yeah, it's working as intended.
Yeah,
I think I mean, it's also kind of like how it works in anime, right?
exactly. Yeah.
じゃあアルベド行きましょうか。
All right, let's go ahead and check out Albedo.
アルベドはねまたアインズとタイプ違うんだけど、まあ非常に硬いタンクユニットですね。
Yeah, she is a different sort of unit from Ainz. However, she is quite a formidable, quite a solid tank.
OK。
決して差し上げましょう。
可愛らしいね。
Yeah, she's really adorable.
はい。
See her motion, her basic movement right there.
じゃあ通常攻撃から。
Let's go ahead and check out her regular attack. Yeah.
重たい一撃。
Yeah, it's really quite weighty.
で特技1は離れたところから少し近づいて飛び込んでもらう。
So for skill 1, she's going to near the enemy just a little bit and then jump into it.
特技2が、その場からまあ飛び込んでいくといいですね。
And for skill 2, she will jump from her present location to the enemy.
で特技3が、全体攻撃なのでどこからでも。
And skill 3 is an all enemy attack, so she is able to cast that from anywhere.
でこれで確率でターゲットを自分に固定させるレバーを敵につける。
And when she does that, when she casts off that skill, there is a chance that she will give herself an ability that causes enemies to target her.
はい。で最後超必殺技なんだけど、これも非常に可愛らしいキャラクターのイラストが要チェックです。
Okay, and now in her special, you'll be able to see, as we had with Ainz, a special character illustration. It is quite adorable.
はい。あとアインズ様のまあこう気持ちが高揚して HP がめちゃくちゃ増えます。
Okay, and yeah, her HP is going to be raised quite a bit as well, symbolic of her love for Ainz.
では行きます。Let's go.
これが私の
Nice. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Ainz-sama.
アインズ様。はい。で HP が約2倍ぐらい。
Yeah, and her HP is just about doubled now.
そう。これやっぱいいよね。そっから見ようか。
Yeah, let's go ahead and see that one more time. I've said that the damage numbers are really, despite her being a 10, quite respectable as well.
No, not that for a 10.
No. There we go.
これいいよね。アインズ
Yeah,
様
it's great.
はい。みんなも真似してください。
Yeah, please go ahead and try it out for yourself.
という形で、まあ、攻撃はこんな感じなんですけど、まあ、主戦場というか非常に防御性能が高い入れ替わってますね。
All right, and yeah, she is quite powerful when it comes to her defensive abilities.
はい、ぜひ触ってみてください。
Yeah, please go ahead and test it out for yourself.
はい、じゃあ以上で実機説明終わります。
And that does it for our explanation about how those characters work. Note that even though if you have seen this in our live stream, you're still going to go ahead and want to test them out for yourself because, you know, at the very least, you will get some free crystals for checking those out.
You can play those quests at least once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, so that was a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Knacky-san. Following this, we are going to turn our focus to the event. Let's go ahead and get the slide on screen. This event is an all-user event where players co-op to defeat the event bosses, Dominion Authority and Shalltear Bloodfallen, in Crimson Armor. Shalltear Bloodfallen appears after November 14th maintenance. Every day, it will be possible to get loads of different rewards based on the number of all users' event boss repels and personal honor points. Whenever you clear specific quests, there is a chance that bonus quests will appear. In addition, special quests appear whenever the progress gauge fills up. You will not want to miss all the great rewards that you are able to get. Barlene, can you take a look at the comments? What are people saying?
Yeah, they're still talking about the Albedo. Yeah, pretty amazing, right?
Yeah, definitely. Rapture says, I need to change my pants. Well, wow.
Oh,
All right, well, that's a lot of love. Thank you. Okay, as I mentioned a moment ago, there is a very special boss in this event as well. Let's go ahead and take a look. Here it is. Yes, that's right, our boss is Dominion Authority. Yes, in this event, Dominion Authority appears as a boss. You will definitely want to try taking it on. Knacky, you have a little bit of a comment for us regarding this boss, correct?
このボスね、もう見てわかる通りでかいです、とにかく。
Yeah.
でかいし、あとね、演出かなり気合入ってます、実は。
Okay, yeah, great. In this event, yeah, absolutely. The character is really quite big, quite impressive, you know, even more powerful than in the actual anime. See, we have other users saying, Aya Dondon-san says, it's so good to see you. Thank you very much
す
for
ごいよね、
that.
ドットね、これ。
Yeah, absolutely. Impressive artwork, though. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to take on this boss in the event. Let's go ahead and see what is next. From November 21st, post-maintenance, the dungeon where Warrior's Rest will appear. In this dungeon, there is a ranking quest in which players compete to get the most points from quests. As the first-time clear rewards, for Tier 3, the support frame, Overlord frame, Albedo, is available. Be sure not to miss it. Incidentally, in this quest, players are able to choose a difficulty. The more difficult the quest, the more points can be earned. Until all difficulties are completed, the lowest difficulty is chosen, so first go ahead and clear all the quests. Note that different support frames are available for each tier of clear time ranks, and by reaching a higher ranked tier, you'll be able to get that ranked tier's support frames and all previous ones. This is something similar to what we had in previous collabs.
そうね、過去のコラボもやったこともあるけど、難しいのいける人はどんどん難易度上げてもらって、始めたばかりの人とか、まだそこまで育ちきってないよって人は、ちょっと難易度を下げてやってもらうのがいいかなと。
Yeah, so don't worry though if you're not able to go ahead and get the most powerful ones right away. You can go ahead and just contend with the enemies at the level that you're able to, and then as you power up your units more and more, go ahead and give the more difficult quests a chance then.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that info, Knacky-san. There is still lots more information to come in this collab. Here is what's next. We have stamps. The stamps are always great, but I have to say, these are particularly good this time around. In the Overlord collab, as always, you can get multiplayer stamps that are available during the collab, but usable indefinitely afterwards. Be sure to check them out. Yeah, we have here, you can see Albedo saying, "We await your orders," Ainz saying, "Now applaud," and Shalltear saying, "Let the massacre begin." I think these are going to be super useful. I can see "Let the massacre begin," a great one to fire off before playing with your special or going ahead and finishing off an enemy. "Now applaud," also a great stamp for after you've done a little bit of showboating. I can see "We await your orders" maybe being used sarcastically when a player is not really doing a whole lot. But either way, it's going to be a lot of fun to be able to go and use those in the chat. Be sure not to miss them. Next up is another Last Cloudia collab staple, the Collab Challenge. The Collab Challenge consists of 9 simple missions displayed on the home screen. Complete the challenge as you get used to the event. To get a collab exclusive item, the Overlord frame Ainz. It's quite a splashy frame. You will not want to miss that. Let's check out the next slide now. That's right. We just played this a moment ago. It is the unit test play quest, and naturally that will be a part of the event. The unit test play quest is an event where you can test out the newest units. You get to see what the skills, specials, and various attacks are like for yourself before spinning the gacha. Arcs and equipment are different each time the event is held. The units in this event have been trained all the way up to level 120 with 6-star enhancement, 8 Diamond Awakening, and all of their ability pieces unlocked. Ainz Ooal Gown and Albedo quests appear after November 7th maintenance. Shalltear Bloodfallen's quest alone appears after November 14th maintenance. Be sure to catch all 3. Yeah, I think you're quite excited about this as well, aren't you guys?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can play with them and try out all the skills. As we just did. And versus us playing, I think it's always better if you get the feel yourself.
Definitely, thank you. A number of great promos are also planned for this collab. There will be a ton of special training promos held during this collab event, meaning it's a great chance to power up your units and arcs. In addition, from November 21st, the training field event will be held, in which it's possible for your units to earn massive amounts of EXP. Be sure to take part in the event and train your units. Yeah, there's really no better time to power up your units than with the training field. There's one more slide that we have to share concerning the collab before we go on to talk about other things. This one is about the shop. That's right, there are unit and arc sets available in the shop. Each one of these sets guarantees either a unit or an arc. They're making their debut this time for the very first time. Each one features a ticket that will produce one of the units or one of the arcs, which was released in the first half of the collab. The collab unit Gacha ticket A, which is contained in the unit set, is guaranteed to give either Ainz Ooal Gown or Albedo. Do note that you are not able to choose which of the two you want. This is just determined randomly. The Collab ARC Gacha Ticket A, which is contained in the ARC set, is guaranteed to give either Overlord or Pleiades. Note that you're not able to choose here either. Each of these tickets can be used in an exclusive gacha. I want to reiterate one more time, but the units and arcs that you get from these sets are not selectable. Note, however, that the Collab Prism Choice Box A, which is included in the unit set, will give a prism for either Ainz Ooal Gown or Albedo. This is something that you are able to choose. The Collab Metal Choice Box A, which is included in the ARC set, will give either Collab Metal A or Collab Metal 2. Here too, you are free to choose what you want. While it's RNG that determines which of the 2 units and 2 arcs you get, it is quite a bargain, so you will want to check it out.
ユニットのチケットの方とかアークはどちらか確定ってことなので、そこだけちょっとお間違いないようにご注意ください。
Yeah, so again, we just have a message here from Knacky-san, who is telling us to remember that these are not selectable. You don't get to choose which arc or which unit you want, but you are guaranteed to get one of the 2. Thank you very much, Knacky. I'd like to wrap this up by sharing about social media promotions. To celebrate the collaboration event, Last Cloudia will be holding a repost and share promotion starting after November 7th maintenance. Work together with Last Cloudia players around the globe and all versions of Last Cloudia to hit all the milestones and score fantastic rewards for everybody. To take part, all you have to do is follow the official Last Cloudia X, Twitter, or Facebook account and repost or share the promo account. Plus, 3 randomly selected participants are going to win a $25 store gift code. Work together with everyone else to get your rewards from the Supreme Leader. This kicks off on November 7th after maintenance and runs through November 12th, 6:59 a.m. Pacific time. So I'm going to go ahead and summarize about the event. The collab is going to feature 3 new units and 3 new arcs. During the collab period, you can draw the gacha for up to 60 times and play a variety of limited time events. There's also going to be a variety of great social media promos underway, so it's the perfect time to check out Last Cloudia. The collab is going to run for 3 weeks from November 7 all the way through November 27. Be sure to join in the fun. All right, that's, Last Cloudia is certainly going all out with this collab. It's quite a big collab, a major collab. It's the first time that we've been lucky enough to collab with Overlord, which is a property that people, as Knacky-san, as Barleen-san were saying earlier in this stream, is something that people have really wanted for quite a long time. Yeah. I don't know, do you have anything to add, Barleen, Knacky, before we go on and talk about other improvements in Last Cloudia?
We're not done yet, right?
Yeah.
We have a lot more to talk about today.
Definitely. So that about wraps it up for our discussion of the Overlord collab. But don't go away just yet, as we have first a discussion of some major quality of life improvements that are going to be appearing in this next update for Last Cloudia. Some of these include things that people have been asking us for years in some of the Q&As that Barleen and Knacky and I regularly do online in Discord. I'm very happy to be able to bring you news about these. And then following at the very end, we're going to be touching on a special segment. We're going to be doing a special segment, the minigame segment, in which we get rewards for everyone watching the stream. That said, we're going to go ahead and talk about those quality of life improvements before anything else. On November 7th, there are going to be loads of improvements made. Knacky will discuss these, and I will go ahead and give a simple interpretation of what Knacky says.
OK。じゃあいきますか。
Let's go ahead.
はい。じゃあ改善事項を見ていきましょう。スライドお願いします。はい。ちょっと説明した後にいくつかの項目は開発環境でお見せできればというふうに思います。
Okay, so with some of these improvements, it's going to be simpler to just see them on screen rather than hear a lengthy explanation. So do stick around until the end for that.
はい。じゃあまず一番上からですね。アークの一括レベルアップ機能の追加。
Okay, so the first of these is our multi-level up feature for arcs.
これは分かりやすいと思うんですけれども、アークのレベルって今1個ずつしか上げられないんですけども、これが一括で上げられるようになるという機能です。
Yeah, this is fairly straightforward, but up until now it's only been possible to boost arc levels one at a time. you boost the arc, you see the animation. It takes a bit of a time, but from now there's going to be a feature in which you can do a multi-level up with a slider.
次3つまとめてで、お気に入り関係ですけども、ユニットとアークにお気に入り機能追加、スキルにお気に入り機能追加、でユニットアークスキルセットの絞り込み項目にお気に入りを追加の3つですね。
We're going to go ahead and talk about the next 3 items on this list as one set. These are a bunch of favorite features. We've added a favorite feature to units and arcs, a favorite feature to skills, and we've also added a favorite selection to the unit, arc, and skill set filter.
はい。で結構シンプルにお気に入りが探しやすくなるという機能なんだけれども、スキルセットはちょっとね説明必要だと思うので、開発環境の方で見せていきたいと思います。
Okay, and yeah, these are also something that is going to be easier to see, on the actual screen rather than hear an explanation. So we will show you more of that.
結構ねやっぱ 5.5 周年という運営してきて、かなりスキルの数増えてて、5.5 周年でスクロールバー多数改善とかもしたんですけれども、やっぱりスキル探すの結構一苦労かなというふうにも思うので、皆様の遊び方に合わせて、スキル探しやすくなるようにというところでお気に入りで入れてみます。
Thank you very much. Yeah, Last Cloudia was released 5.5 years ago, which means that there are a wealth of skills in the game now, so hard that it can be so many that can actually be hard to keep track of those at times. But as part of the 5.5-year anniversary improvements, a scroll bar was added. That though, doesn't always necessarily make it simple to find the skill that you were looking for. There are 5 colors that you can use to group the skills. We're going to be showing these on screen fairly soon, but you're able to group damage per second skills, often used skills, skills for arena, or any other grouping that works for you.
はい。では次も2つまとめて説明しますが、ユニット詳細画面にユニットの特技調出の属性をアイコンで表示と、もう1個が絞り込み項目に特技調出属性を追加。
That's right. For our next pair, we have added icons on the unit details screen to show attributes of unit skills and special. We've also added a skill and special attribute selection to the unit filter selections.
はい。これはですね、ラスクダって、属性がゲームシステムの中ではかなり重要な要素ではあります。最近では属性別のゲーム等をリリースしたりしてますし、あとボス戦とか PVP とかでも、属性を意識した方が有利に戦いことができます。ただですね、ユニットが持っている特技とか調出技の属性っていうのは、今説明文を見に行かないと判断ができないと。もちろん長くやってる方はユニット見たらね、この属性なんだってすぐ分かると思うんだけど、そうじゃない人も多いのかなというふうに思います。
So attributes are an important part of Last Claudia's game system. Recently, Tower of Trials attribute variants have been released, and in boss and PvP, it's easier to get ahead when you are thinking about the attributes. At the same time, it's currently necessary to read the skill descriptions in order to determine what attributes any given unit, skills, and special have. Most of us who are core players of the game have a pretty good idea about the unit attributes, but things aren't necessarily that easy to understand, particularly for newer players.
はい。で、ちなみにテレステオみたいに特技の属性が複数あるユニットに関しては、その全ての属性がアイコンとして表示されるし、絞り込みの対象となります。あとはスキルとか個性でね、敵の属性耐性によって特技の属性が変わるユニットもいるんですけれども、それは変わる前の元々の特技の属性のみが対象となります。
In order to make it easier to find units with the attributes that you are looking for, skill and special attributes will be displayed near the HP gauge. In addition, it's also going to be possible to sort for attribute on the unit screen. We'll show that to you fairly shortly. For units like Telestio that have skills with multiple attributes, all attributes will get icons and be sorted for. However, for those units who have attributes which change based on skill and enemy attribute resistance, for example, Adele, Arch being melee, and Blaze Blade Shin, only the original attributes will count.
はい、続いて、第1部のメインストーリーのクエスト調整ですね。
The next one of these is our adjustments to Arc 1 main story quests. This one is quite exciting.
こちらはすでにお知らせに掲載している内容となりますけれども、新しく始められた方がより早く今のストーリーに追いつけるようにといったところで改善しております。一部のメインストーリーのクエストを削減した後は、 対象クエストの報酬等は受け取れなくなりますので、11月7日のメンテナンスまでに獲得をお願いいたします。
This is information that we've already shared via an in-game notice, but we have made a number of improvements that are going to help new players catch up to the latest installment of the story. The number of quests in main story arc 1 is going to be cut. Following this, it won't be possible to get first clear rewards and quest mission rewards for those quests that have been cut. So if you have not collected yours yet, be sure to do so before November 7th maintenance. Yeah, so
ここの意図というか、あれなんですよね。今ラスクラのメインストーリーのクエストって何個あるか分かります？実は1000個ぐらいあるんですよ。
Okay, yeah, there are actually, our reason for doing this is that there are actually now 1,000 quests in the last Cloudia main story.
そうで、やっぱりね、長くやってる人って追加されたストーリーを遊んでいけばいいんだけど、新しく入った人はその1000個のストーリーやらなきゃいけないわけですよ。
Yeah, so for those of us who have been playing Last Cloudia for years, it's simple enough to just go and play the latest quests. But for those people who are just joining into Last Cloudia for the first time, they have to go and play through all 1,000 quests in order to just see the latest units and arcs in the actual story.
そうね。なんで、僕らはね、新しいストーリーに出てくるキャラクターをやっぱ紹介したりするから、そこに、一緒に盛り上がりたいというところで、なんで一部のストーリーはストーリーを残すんだけど、バトルだけのクエストとかは少し削減しようかなと、そういう改善趣旨ですね。
Okay, yeah, so absolutely, yeah. That's just a reiteration of what I said now. It's going to be easier than ever to catch up to see the latest bits of the main story. Just, be sure that you don't have to clear a full 1,000 quests in order to be able to get that.
Thank you.
All right, what is our next one?
Okay. で次はですね、クエストや遠征などでソウルを獲得した場合にソウルタンクの収容量を超えてソウルが獲得できるように改善。
Yes, for our next improvement, we have the improvement to enable overfilling soul tanks to receive souls from quests and tours, etc., except when souls are already at max.
はい。次ですね、ホーム画面のソウルスポットの名称をスポットに変えつつ、近郊をホーム画面のスポットから回収できるように改善します。
Okay, next we are going to change the soul spot icon text to resource spots. Why did we do this? Because we made it possible to use mining spot, level up, and collect buttons from the home screen. This is one that people have wanted forever. I'm very happy to be able to finally bring this to you.
そうね。結構要望多かったですよね、これ。
Yeah, there have been a ton of requests for this.
はい。続いて、ギルドバトルの防衛プリセットに編成3を追加します。
Okay, so the next one of these is the Guild Battle. We have added a Party 3 to Guild Battle Defense Party presets.
今防衛の編成ってプリセット2つあるんですけども、2つでは足りない時がやっぱりあって、っていうのもギルドバトルの参加人数によって自分の砦って、1個になったり2個になったりするんですけども、1個と2個では砦の編成がガラッと変わりますと。
Yes, so for those of you who feel like 2 Guild Battle Defense Party presets isn't enough, we have good news. There's going to be one more. Depending on the number of participants in the guild battle, there's either 1 fort or 2. Naturally, the defense changes quite a bit in each of those cases. It is okay for a single unit, arc, or piece of equipment to be contained in multiple party presets. Adele could simultaneously be in parties 1, 2, and 3. However, they can't be in different forts, so please keep this in mind. If Adele's in Fort 1 and you try copying a preset party that contains Adele to Fort 2, you might receive a dialogue asking whether you want to remove it from Fort 1 and move to Fort 2. In this case, Adele would not be copied over. However, the arcs, items, and etc. would be copied over instead.
はい。であとは、バトル中、気絶したユニットに気絶アイコンがつくように改善します。
Okay, we've also made improvements so that during battle, a faint icon will appear on fainted units.
バトル中に気絶したことが分かりやすくなるように、状態異常とかと同じようにユニットのアイコンの上に気絶のアイコンがつくようになります。あくまでアイコンつくだけで、気絶って状態異常じゃないので、そこだけご注意ください。
In order to make it clear, when a unit has fainted, there's going to be a status ailment style faint icon on the unit. Keep in mind though that the icon doesn't mean that faint is actually a status ailment. It isn't.
はい。あとはいくつかの演出をタップでスキップできるように改善。
Okay, we've also made improvements so that some animations can be skipped.
はい。例えばですね、アリーナとかギルドバトルの戦闘開始時の演出とか、ログインボーナスの演出、あとプレイヤー EXP のキラキラキラとかはある。
Okay, these include places like the arena, guild battles, login bonuses, and the player EXP notifications.
他にもいくつかあるので、ここもスキップできるみたいなのがメンテナンス後にあるかなと思います。 ます。
There are also some other places that it's going to be possible to skip animations, so go ahead and give it a try after maintenance.
あとは、バトル中のパフォーマンスを一部改善。
Okay, and we've also made some incremental improvements to battle performance.
これは体感すごく劇的に変わるみたいな感じではないんですけれども、少しでも動作が軽くなるように最適化を随時進めているんですけれども、それを今回改善事項としてお知らせいたします。
Okay. You may not necessarily feel a dramatic improvement with regard to battle performance. This isn't necessarily a dramatic step forward, but we wanted you to know that there have been a number of incremental optimizations to smooth out battles.
はい、ありがとうございます。やっぱりなんか大丈夫。
Yeah, I think we're good. I mean, we have a lot of QOLs here, right? That's being asked for like years, years and years. I mean, some of them like the gold mine. Yeah, I can't remember being asked for those for like at least 10 times already.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, it's pretty good. Cool. We finally get to implement these changes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So yeah, let's go ahead, Knacky-san, and see a development version of the game where these improvements have already been implemented.
OK、じゃあ開発環境で、いくつか見せていきますので、実機用意しますね。お願いします。
Okay, and there we have it.
はい。じゃあまず、スキルのお気に入りから見ていきましょう。
Okay, let's go ahead and look at the favorites
Yeah.
for the skills.
その前になんですけど、ここ HP バーの上に特技の属性が出ています。
Yeah, but before we do that, you can see that above the HP gauge, we actually have the attribute icons, which are appearing now.
はい。格変の騎士カイロは光だけど、アインズは4属性あって。
And you can see that while Kyle is just light, we have actually 4 attributes, including no attribute for Ainz.
Yeah. はい。じゃあスキルセットの方に話を戻しまして、じゃあスキル画面開きます。
Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a look at those skill favorites now.
Favorites。このボタンが追加されていますね、
You can see there is now a favorite feature, a favorite button up at the top of the screen.
今。で、ここからお気に入りやるんですけど、押すと5個の星が出ます。
Yeah, if you tap on that, you'll see 5 colors, each of which there is a star on.
これを使ってやっていくんですけれども、じゃあ今回試しに緑の星を使ってお気に入り設定していき
Yeah,
ま
we're
す。
going to go ahead and test this feature using the green star.
いや、ちょっと待ってね。これで今ここを押すと左の方に星がつくの分かりますか
Yeah,
ね。
if you go ahead and tap over the icon of the skill, you'll be able to see that that icon becomes a green star.
はい。試しに今 HP アップとMP アップ、アタックアップ、ディフェンスアップ。
Okay, so just to show you, I've gone ahead and put the green icon on the up skills.
いや。で、これで OK 押します。
And if I tap OK,
これでお気に入り登録が完了しました。
then I've been able to log those as favorite skills.
はい。で、右上のフィルターを押して、
Go ahead and tap on the filter
で、グリーン。
and filter by green.
OK。で、OK を押すと、こうやって、お気に入り設定したものが一覧に表示されます。
And if I do that, only the green skills will appear on screen.
これがここまでが基本の流れになるんだけど、5色なんであるのかっていうと、ユーザーさんによってやっぱ好みとか使い分けっていうのがあると思うので、お気に入り1個だけじゃなくて、今回5色で分けられるようにしています。
Okay, so we have 5 different colors because depending on the individual player, some of us might want to sort by one thing, other people by another. So we've just added generic categories so that you're able to use them in whatever way suits you best.
で、例えば赤は攻撃系のスキル入れて、緑は回復系のスキルみたいなところで、自分の好きな感じにカスタマイズできるようになっています。
Yeah, so you might be able to use them. For example, you could use, green for healing spells. You could use, red possibly for, attack spells. It's all up to you.
あと今コメントでこれサーバー保存か端末保存かって来てるんだけど、サーバーの方に保存されるので端末変わってもお気に入り設定は保持されます。
Okay, and there is a question in the comments where someone was asking, are these saved to the local device or saved on the server? They are saved on the server. So yeah, happy to let you know that.
Yeah. はい。で、ポイントとしてはですね、ここで見たようにですね、スキルセット画面でお気に入りを設定するので、できるだけ多くスキルを覚えているユニットでやると効率が良いです。
Yeah, so this is going to be particularly useful on those units which you have taught lots of skills to.
あとはですね、 このお気に入り設定はコンテンツ問わず共通。今通常クエストの編成でやってるんですけど、この設定がアリーナとかギルドバトルでも参照されるので、コンテンツ間で共通となります。
Okay, note that this feature is applied throughout all content in the game. It's not like it just applies for arena or just applies to regular battles. Everywhere in the game, you will be able to use these filters.
あとは1個のスキルって複数カテゴリーつけられるのってあるんだけど、1個のスキルにつけられる色は1個だけですね。
And note that it's only one, that each individual skill can only be put into one single category.
多分いろいろね、もっとこうしたいみたいなのあると思うんだけど、ちょっとやりやすくなると思うので、使ってみてフィードバックが欲しいです。
Yeah, so go ahead, give it a spin, and let us know what you think.
Okay. じゃあ、お気に入りセットはこんな感じになります。
All right, and that wraps it up for our explanation of the favorites.
続いて、ユニットとアークのお気に入り設定見ていきましょう。
Okay, we're going to go ahead and see the quite straightforward explanation of the unit and arc favorites.
はい。ここにフェイバリットボタンが出てますね。フェイバリット。
You can see there's a favorite button there on screen.
で、例えばじゃあ白煙の消し回路を押すと、左上に鍵のマークつきますね、ここ。
And if you go ahead and tap on Knight of Pale Flame Kyle, you'll see the lock icon appearing on the upper left-hand part of his icon.
はい。で、OK を押して、フィルターで、ここにフェイバリット。
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and tap OK and then open this window, and you can see now we're able to filter by favorite.
Yeah. で、これで OK を押すと、お気に入り設定したユニットだけ表示されます。
So if we go ahead and tap that button, then only the units that we have favorited will be shown on screen.
はい。で、このお気に入り設定は映像を問わず保存されるので、例えば剣士回路にしても鍵アイコンついたままですね。
And note that the units are favorited not by individual shift, but rather by all shifts. All the favorite status is shared by all shifts of any given unit.
なので好きなユニット探しやすくなっていると、あとお気に入りじゃないんですけど、さっきの特技と調筆の属性が表示されるようになったと思うんですけど、その絞り込みも追加されているので、例えばファイヤーとかやるとこうやって。
Yeah, note that you'll also be able to sort by skill and special attributes.
これですね。
Yeah, right there on screen.
なので目当てのユニットが少し探しやすくなりました。
So it should hopefully be easier to find those units that you are looking for from here on out.
はい。アークも同じようにここにフェイバリッツがあるので。
And there's an identical feature on the arcs.
はい。じゃあ続いては。
All right. I think are we going to take a look at the materials?
一括レベルアップかな。
Okay. Oh, all right.
はい。じゃあアーク一括レベルアップ機能いきます。
It's going to take a look at the arc multi-level up feature.
このアークフラグメントのね、音が鳴っていますけども、はい。じゃあ、一括レベルアップ機能で、アークレベルアップを押すと、バーがついて、どこのレベルまで上げるか選べるようになりました。
You can see there is a bar, a slider,
Yeah.
that is able to raise up the level of the arc as high as you have resources for.
なので、今回レベル10までじゃあレベルアップしましょう。
And you can go ahead and level it up to level 10.
レベル10まで。
Yep, and there we go, all at once.
もっと早くついてなかったと思うんだけど、ちょっと早くなりました、これが。
Okay,
はい。
and yeah, it's become quite a bit faster than it was before.
はい。で、ついでなので、さっきね、タップでスキップして、タップするといろんなところがスキップできるようになるって話をしたと思うんですけど、プレイヤー EXP もスキップできるようになっているので、ちょっと見ましょう。
Okay, and we mentioned earlier that a lot of animations can now be skipped through. We're going to show you that it's possible to skip through the player EXP animation.
はい。ちょっとすぐ一瞬だから見逃さないでね。
Yeah, this will only be on screen for a second, so don't miss it.
いくよ。はい。
And there it goes. Oh, skip through it.
シュッて言ったら今、
Yeah, let's give it one more try.
ちょっと分かんなかったかも。
Yeah, it was a little bit hard to see, but we're going to go ahead and level up Zardstead.
で
There we go. Oh, it's gone before you know it. There we go. Oh, there we go.
早くなった
Yeah,
ね。ちょっと早くなってるから。
yeah, it's a bit faster than before.
はい。続いて、深層錬金というか能力解放の時に素材が足りない時に、素材連携のところに移動できるボタンの件をやりたいと思います。
Okay, and now we're going to show you a feature which we actually skipped during our explanation just a moment ago, one in which we are able to now move more easily to the alchemy lab to get materials that we're missing.
はい。じゃあ今、このインターアップ100のピースが足んないんだけど、この
Okay, and you can see that this blue water grimoire is currently missing.
OK。
We're going to go ahead and tap on that,
虫目を
and
押す
then
と
Yeah, tap the magnifying glass, and then at the bottom of the pop-up, we have a button that says Materials.
いや、そうね。
Materials Alchemy.
はい。で、これを押すと、素材錬金のところにジャンプすることができます。
Yeah, if you tap on that, then we will jump to the Alchemy Lab.
で、ここで作って、じゃあ今作りましたと。3つ作ったとして、バックをします。
So let's just suppose that we made the 3 of those that are required.
で、ここに戻ってくるので、ここで強化ができると。
And we press back, it will bring us back to the screen, and we will be able to unlock the ability without any further moving around.
ちょっと移動の手間が減りますね、これ。
Yeah, it's quite a bit easier now to go ahead and produce those materials without having to memorize what they were.
あとは深層錬金とかもそうで、今村正作ろうとした時にこれが足んないですね。
Yeah, and there's a similar feature in God-Forged Alchemy where you can see that there is a Materials Alchemy button for these Lapis God Spheres, which we don't have.
で、これをここで押すと、ここにラピスコスフィアのところに飛び
Yeah,
ま
if
す。
you go ahead and tap on that, then we will be taken right to the part of the Alchemy Lab where we can produce Lapis God Spheres.
で、作ってバックをしたら、ここにまた戻ってくると。
And if we press back on that, then we'll be taken to this other screen of the God-Forged Alchemy Lab.
なので、ちょっとこう移動の手間が少し省けるといった改善になり
Yeah,
ます。
so it's now quite a bit easier to navigate.
あとはちょっとこう余談レベルになってくるんですけど、ここのワールドマップに移動するところがちょっと端末にもよるんですけど、少し早くなります。
Yeah, this is just a little bit of an aside, but on the world map, it's now a little bit faster to it's now a little bit faster to sometimes go to the world map on certain devices.
そう、端末によって結構読み込みの速度って違うから、分かんない、変わってないじゃんっていう方もいるかと思うんですけど、僕はちょっと変わったなって分かったので。
Yeah, for some people's devices, there might not be that noticeable of a difference, but for us here on this device, you can see, yeah, particularly I think with the second load onward, it becomes quite a bit faster.
そうね。もっと本当早くしたいんだけど、こういうところサクサクしていくの大事かなと思っていくので、徐々にやっていくので、ちょっとご案内させていただきました。
Okay. And you know, in the future, we do want to make this even faster, but for now, went ahead and made these incremental improvements, which we have shown to you right now.
Yeah, thank you. 以上かな。
All right, that just about does it for our explanation of the many, many improvements that are coming in Last Cloudia. Don't worry though, we still have a lot more coming. The next one of our corners, the next one of our little segments, is the Last Cloudia popularity poll. Thank you for the rundown, Knacky. I know we're all looking forward to those. Yes.
Yeah.
I know all of us have been waiting for these results for the popularity poll for quite a while. Let's go ahead and see what people are saying in the chat. Barlene, I don't know, what are your feelings about this?
Yeah, I know a lot of people they work together towards a certain result, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot of campaigns going on. It's almost like election, right?
Yeah. People were definitely quite excited to choose a certain unit as the most popular unit. And I'm very happy to be able to bring those units results to you very quickly.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead. I am pleased to announce the winner and 2 runners-up. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and get this on screen.
Yeah.
There we go, there we have it. Yes. In first place of the Last Cloudia popularity poll is none other than Goddess Lilaha. She is followed in second place by Kyle, Knight of Pale Flame. And in third place ranks Great Hero Adele. You're able to view units number 4 and beyond in-game. Thank you very much for your votes.
いや、なんかこの主人公というかね、この英雄2人に挟まれるこのリラハよ。
Yeah, Lilaha is placed right in the middle of these 4 units. 2 other units, excuse me.
そうね。
She's placed between like the two
heroes, yes, the two main characters.
そうね。邪悪な感じがいいですね。
Yeah, she feels a little bit evil, which, is part of her charm, I suppose. Placement of units in 4th place and beyond will be shared on November 5th at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Time. After those have been announced, this image and additional information will be shared on Last Cloudia's official social media accounts. Thanks everyone who voted this time around. Additional information about the Lilaha shift will be announced in the Last Cloudia TV Express at a later date, so do keep watching for more information as we release it.
どういうリラハになるのか はちょっとみんなどう思ってるんだろうねこの辺。
Yeah, so everyone, let us know what you think. What sort of Lilaha shift might we expect? Barlene, do you have any crazy theories?
Yeah, I know it's pretty crazy. Like, you know, the thing is like how should I put it? The character we see at the moment isn't really Goddess Lilaha, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like
interesting.
Is it not a thing in the story?
It's one avatar, yeah. It's one
one
form.
of her avatar. So you know, she can change drastically.
ね、サンタと水
Kind of
と
kind of a reason to change drastically.
ワイフリラハって書いてあったね。
Yeah, that's right. We have, for other units in the game, other shifts, seasonal shifts. We have, our Christmas version. We have, our Japanese clothes versions. We have our summer versions. Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know.
Wow, those are classic, right?
ちょっとクリスマスだとね、さすがに来月は間に合わんからちょっと来年とかなんかちょっと遠いよね。
Yeah, if it were Christmas though, since we've just gotten the results, it's not really possible to make everything for this unit and implement her in game within just 1 month. So it would end up being next year. So we'll have to think about this, what sort of unit we might want. We do have Valentine's shifts in the game, so I guess, who knows? Who knows? One possibility.
まあまず僕らもねこのリラハはねどういう風にしていこうかっていうのは結構ね考えないとねなかなか難しいけど、まあ多分非常に良いメギウスに続く良いユニットになるんじゃないかと。
Yeah, definitely we'll have to think of this, and it's certainly a point that we are going to have to rack our brains for, but we will take all of your thoughts into consideration. All right, next up is the last Cloudia TV favorite. Let's see, can we get this on screen? That's right, minigame madness. Sorry, did I just blow out the? All right, yes, minigame madness. All right, this is a section of the program where those of us in the studio take part in a minigame to win special prizes.
Yeah.
This time, here is the game.
That's right.
That's right. Control time.
Control time.
Control time.
Sounds pretty crazy.
10-second stopwatch challenge. Use your internal clock to aim for the 10-second clear time. Through a great success, we may master powerful madness. Magic. I've gone mad already. If either player wins in 10 seconds, all players will get 5 of each collab tickets, part 1 through part 5. That's right, we are going to be using a stopwatch and aiming to clear the battle in 10 seconds. We're going to have to be using our internal clocks. If either Knacky or I succeed, only one of us has to succeed. Everyone is going to get 5 tickets in each part of the collab gacha. That's a total of 15 tickets in all. I'm going to start out and then I'll be followed by Knacky. I know, Knacky, how are you feeling today?
Yeah, I'm very lucky.
Yeah, you're feeling lucky?
Yeah.
All right, I am as well.
まあ昨日もやったし。
Yeah, how did you do yesterday?
9秒63かな。
Oh, wow, yeah, 9.63 seconds.
そうね。
So yeah, we have a 1 second margin of error that we're allowed to be within. So I don't know, we're gonna have to see how this works. I'm gonna go first, followed by Knacky.
もうやる。やるか。
Let's go ahead and let's see what else. Press A at 10 seconds. They hate us,
Yeah, that's
you
it.
better win.
じゃあ端末でちょっと準備してもらって。
All right, there goes. All right.
はい。
All right. Gonna get pumped up. All right. Take a deep breath, yeah. 10 seconds, right?
はい。キットがクリアしてくれば僕やんなくて済むからね。
Yeah, if I go ahead and clear this in one go, then Knacky-san doesn't have to play.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for the encouragement, Epic Tetsu. Old man reflex for the win. All right, let's see how these old man reflexes are going. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close my eyes here. Let me just make sure my finger is in the right place, because otherwise we're gonna have to redo this.
Yeah.
Is my finger in the right place, Knacky? Just let me know.
もう準備 OK？
I think so.
じゃあゴング鳴らすよ。
All right,
OK。
ready,
じゃあゴングお願い
set.
します。さあさあさあさあ。
Oh,
OK
I tried to touch but didn't get it.
Oh, so
I had a. Can we get a redo on that? I touched once and it didn't
sounds like
stop.
we will have to redo
I
that one.
touched and it didn't
でも
stop.
ねタッチしてても11秒だった
Okay, but it was 11 seconds. But I tried touching on 11 seconds. 11 seconds is okay. 11 seconds is okay though.
いやエンティエンティ
All the excuses we can find.
All right, it's up to you, Knacky. Go
マ
ahead.
ジか OK じゃあこれ僕が成功したらチケットだよね
All right, here goes.
OK
Let's give it another try.
OK みんな応援し
I
て
need a redo on that though.
OK いくよ昨日ちゃんと
We
成
need a
功してた
physical
ね
stopwatch.
よし
Collaborates.
OK いきますか
Let's do it.
よし
All right, here goes.
いくよじゃあ OK ですゴングくださいいきますはいはい押せてる ?OK
Good enough. Good enough.
見るよせーのはい
There we go.
よし
Oh,
9.3. There we go.
危ね
Nice.
えよかったよかったよかっ
There we go.
た OK
Very nice.
結構緊張するねこれで
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
quite a nail-biting experience, but we're very glad to be able to bring those 15 tickets to all of you. Thank you very much for watching.
いや仕事したわ今日
Yeah, hard work, a lot of hard work today.
OK
yeah, just,
All right.
just to be clear, like these 5 tickets in all 3 parts, right?
Yes,
These are on top of the 60 tickets from the in-games.
yes. So these are an addition
Yeah.
to the 60 tickets that are already, the 60 spins that are already available in game. This means that we have just as a refresher, 5 tickets for Collab Ticket Part 1, 5 tickets for Collab Ticket Part 2, and also 5 tickets for Collab Ticket Part 3. It was awesome. I loved it.
どうだった
Oh, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I managed to get it just right in the rehearsal, but I wasn't confident about where that button was. Finger placement, right, folks? It's all about the finger placement.
そうねここかってなるもんね
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to tell. But yeah, thank you so much for sticking around to the very end. I love you all for it. It's time to say goodbye soon. But before we do, Barlene, Knacky, is there anything that you want to say to the players before we do sign off?
どう
Yeah, I'll go first then.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty big collab, as you can see. I know this title is one of the most requested collab for us to have. It has been for like the past 5 years, at least since I've been around.
Yeah.
People always talk about this one, and yeah, I'm really glad we can bring it to you. And other than the collabs, we also have a lot, like a whole bunch of QOLs and improvements that's coming to the game in the same update. So yeah, I hope you have a very good time playing the game.
Thanks. How about you, Knacky-san?
いやちょっと適宜ここに挟んでもらいながら、ご視聴ありがとうございました。見ていただいた通りですね、オーバーロードコラボ非常に、アートの出来素晴らしいなと思いますし。
Yeah, thank you all for watching. I want to say that the artwork for the Overlord collab is really amazing. I'm glad we were able to do this.
すごい日本ユーザーさんコメントしてくれてますけど。
All right, we also have some Japanese users in the chat.
昨日も
Hello.
出てる今日も出てるよ。はい。
Yeah.
はい。でキャラクターの性能とかもね、すごく面白い感じになってると思いますね。例えばさ、アークでさ、ナザリックの守護者ってつけるとね、他の守護支配者の方のパワーが上がるみたいなやつもあったけど。
Yeah, and they're also quite interesting. The skill kits this time around are quite interesting as well, where we'll have one ability like the Great Tomb of Nazareth, I believe, which activates another ability, and so on and so on.
そうね。なんでオーバーロード好きな皆さんも、あまり見たことがない方も非常に楽しめるコラボになっているかと思いますので、ぜひチェックしてください。
So I'm confident this collab is going to be one that can be enjoyed both by seasoned Overlord fans and those of you who are encountering the property for the very first time. Yeah, for everyone who's watching, I personally want to say thank you for listening. This time I did a lot of talking. Thank you for bearing with me the whole time. I love you guys, and I am very excited for the collab as well. As always, we've managed to pull through with a lot of amazing artwork. Some, as Knacky-san said, some really interesting skill kits. And I don't know, it's always a lot of fun to do these live streams. I hope to see you around on the next one, which will not be all that long. Thank you again for everyone who voted in the popularity poll as well. Some great results there.
Great job, everyone.
Yeah, great job, everyone.
Great job.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe next year, Blood Rose, Hobgobble, maybe those guys will have a chance as well. There's no telling. But absolutely, thank you again. We will announce the official results of that later on, not very long from now. I think that just about does it. Let me just check the comments before we do go. See other requests for collabs. Night Dragon says, thank you guys for the good time. Absolutely, thank you, Night Dragon. We wouldn't be able to do these live streams without fans like you, so thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely. Epic Tetsu gives us a woohoo. Marvin Perez, amazing, thank you. I love seeing all of the same faces here again and again, as well as new players as well. Darcia III gives us a peace sign. Thanks, peace to you as well.
Yeah.
Ryan Yazhari says, we love you, AIDIS. I love you guys too. Marvin Perez, I need Ainz. Good luck. Fingers crossed for you. Ukeru says, have a great day. You too. Ahmad Alali says, thank you guys. You're doing a great job. Thank you as well.
You.
Hey, thank you for being a player of Last Cloudia. Mob says, good job, Dev. And Marvin Perez gives us some muscles and some fire. Mob says, stay healthy. Thank you. AIDIS Best Deb says Nightmare. Thank you as well.
Thank you.
All right, it's been a pleasure to be with you here. I think we're going to sign off just about now, but have you a lot of fun playing this collab. I will see you in game. Until next time, bye-bye.
バイバイ。
Yeah.
ありがとう。
Thank you. Arigato.
我が名を知るがよ。我こそがアインズール・ゴーン。ナザリック地下大墳墓の絶対の統治者。その名にかけ敗北などはありえない。リアリティスラッシュコールグレーターサンダーサウザンドボーンランス。絶望を知れ。行くぞ。超異魔法フォールンダウン。我が至高なる力に喝采せよ。
この世界グランゼリアっていうのか。どんな場所なんだろう。
大卒だ。アインズール・ゴーンに敗北はない。ラストクラウディアコラボ開催。
必ずアインズ様のお役に立ってみせますわ。アンドレア、ここは私に覚悟なさい。これが私のナザリック地下大墳墓の守護者統括アルベドですわ。私が忠誠を誓うのはアインズ様ただ一人。必ず世界を運命のもとに。アインズ様がご不在の間、私がナザリック地下大墳墓を管理しています。あの方の妻として。ラストクラウディアコラボ開催。